Okay, good morning everybody. Thank you for joining me today for the Pilates class. So we're going to start standing and then kneeling, and then we'll go fully on the floor. We're going to use a small Pilates ball. So it should be a little soft but fairly well inflated. If you don't have a Pilates ball, you can use a yoga block. Good morning, Sue. You can also use a small weight, have 2 pounds, nothing big this morning, or use your water bottle or a can. So whatever you have for some of the movements, we'll just, if you don't have the Pilates ball, we'll just do the whole movement without any equipment. But for others, and don't worry, I'll tell you, for others we can use any other little prop that we have. Okay, so bonjour Carole. We're gonna start, so we're gonna all hold whatever we have on hand. You're gonna start with your feet under your hips. And you're gonna take a deep breath in, grow a little taller, and breathe out, pelvic floor in. Good. Then we're gonna do our feet. So you're gonna inhale. On the next exhale, I would like you to lift your heel up, pelvic floor in, and heel down, inhale. Exhale, heel up, and inhale, down. We're going to lift the heel and lift the toes a little bit on the next one. Just test out our balance. And other side. So you're transferring your weight, making sure you're nice and tall. So we're not sinking into the hip, pulling up. Let's lift the knee a little higher and down. And last one, up and down. Good. We're going to do a little bit of circles. So whatever you have for props, you're going to hold it in one hand. You're going to bring it behind you and to the front. Good. Let's match the breath with that. So let's inhale, exhale, pelvic floor in, inhale, relax, exhale, pelvic floor in, just warming up a little bit our shoulders. Good, let's go the other direction. So making sure nothing else is moving, so I'm not moving forward here, you're just bringing the ball behind. One more time, or the little weight. Good, let's do the same thing above the head. So let's inhale, exhale up, so it could be a little bit in front of your head or right above. So depending on your shoulders today, you can keep the whatever you have in front. Let's go the other direction, or you can bring it up right above your head. Now let's pass it behind at the bottom. Remember to breathe out as you're lifting, pelvic floor in. Good. And just bring the ball in front and relax your shoulders. We're going to lift the knee up, pressing the ball on the knee. So we're going to inhale, next exhale, let's lift the knee up and push down, push up. And bring it down, inhale, exhale. So whatever other equipment you have, you can just touch. You can do a little press, but I don't want any bruising. So if you have a weight or a water bottle there, just a little tiny press or just touch. Exhale up. One more per side. Exhale up. Last one. And just for yesterday, I'm not sure why, but some people, not yesterday, that was Wednesday, some people said the video was blurry. I watched it again and it's blurry on my end too, and some people said it wasn't. So I'm not too sure what happened there. So well, I will find out. All right, we're gonna put the ball or the yoga block, or if you have an empty water bottle, you can put it between your knees here. The weight, just drop it. I'm gonna put the ball And so we're gonna do a little squat. Holding the ball, so I don't want to squeeze it here. I just want to hold it. And you're gonna send your hips back and exhale up. So we're just sending the hips back, exhale up. Sending the hips back. So if you have a full water bottle, you can drop it to the side as well. Yoga block, you can put it between your knees. It's just to have a little reference here. It's not increasing the work, it's just to have a reference. One more time, hips back, pressing into your heels, and up. All right, let's grab our little prop. So even if you have the water bottle or anything like that, you can grab it. Let's just hold it in front. Give me more shoulder rotation, other direction. Good. Let's do little turns. So feet under your hips, up nice and tall. Bring the weight or the ball in front of you. We're going to inhale. On the next exhale, I want you to rotate, but I want your hips to stay in place. So hips are there. You're going to rotate to where you can. Inhale to center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. Exhale, rotate. So if you have a weight and it's getting a little heavy, bend the elbows, bring it closer to you. Now we're gonna start adding a little pressure. So I want you to inhale, exhale, rotate. Press the ball or the little weight. Good, and relax the shoulders. We're gonna go into some lunges next. So let me move this here. We're gonna start with your right leg back. So here, we did the lunges last week. We had the chair to help us for balance. No chair today. We're gonna take our right leg back about 1.5 feet here. And we're gonna keep it there. So make sure that in this position, you're nice and balanced. If you're feeling a little unbalanced, open up the front foot a little bit. So you have more of a wider base. We don't want to be like this. And then we're going to think about our back knee, and we're going to bring it down. So I want you to inhale, just holding the prop in front of you. Inhale down. Exhale up, pelvic floor in. Inhale, knee down. Pay attention to that front foot. Make sure you're pressing through the heel. One more time like this. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good, let's bring it to center. Other leg. So let's press the leg back, and then let's adjust for balance, or opening a little bit more or less. And just the weight in front. Every time we exhale now, we're gonna press the ball together. So we're gonna inhale down, you're just holding the ball. Exhale up, press the ball. Squeeze your abs. Inhale down. Exhale, pelvic floor in, squeeze the ball. One more time. Inhale down. Exhale, press. Let's bring it together. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit harder. So I'm going to face you. Just make sure that back knee is going straight down, and then that the front knee is nice and square. That's not going over your toes. So we're not going forward here. We're still going straight down and up. We're going to lift the ball in front, or the weight, whatever you have. We're going to squeeze it a little bit. So let's inhale. As we're going down, lift the ball. Exhale, pelvic floor in, bring it in, squeeze. Exhale. Inhale, sorry. Exhale. You can't exhale 2 times in a row, back to back. Eh? So inhale. And press up, exhale. Good. Let's switch leg. So adjust, take the time to get ready, manage for your balance, and let's inhale down. We're going to lift the ball up to a little bit higher this time. So I'm going to go sideways to make sure that we're staying nice and straight. So we're going to inhale down, lifting the ball a little higher. Exhale, pelvic floor in. Okay, so whenever we're at the top, we don't want any pressure into that low back. We don't want this to happen. So up nice and tall. One more time. Good, let's bring it in. Relax. We've got one more set of 3 per side of lunges. So feet are under your hips. You're going to take your whichever leg back. Okay, so I'm going to go sideways here. Right leg back. We're going to come down, lifting the ball to shoulder height in front. So inhale, hold. Here we're going to rotate towards the left. Exhale. Inhale to center. Come on up. Good. So we're going to do that 2 more times. I'm going to face you. And if you have your right leg, I'm going to mirror you. So your right leg, and we're going to go towards your left. So let's inhale down, pressing into the front heel. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. Exhale up. Inhale down. This is our last one on that side. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. Exhale up. Let's bring it to center. Relax your legs a little bit. Other leg behind. We're going to go the other way with the ball this time. So we're going to inhale down. Now make sure that you're into that nice position that you can maintain. Pressing your heel. If you have any knee pain, bring it up a little bit. Exhale out. Inhale to center. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. Exhale up. Pelvic floor in. One more time. Inhale down. Exhale, rotate. Center and up. All right, let's bring it back in. We're going to do a little bit of a deadlift. So these are a little bit warm, and we're going to work a little bit more towards the back. So your feet are going to be under your hips. You're going to hold your prop into your hands. You're going to unlock your knee. We're going to just roll down gently. Not roll down, hinge down. So here, I want you to hinge from your hips. I meant to roll the ball down. So here, we want a nice straight back. No pressure into the low back. So I'm not sticking the chest out. You just a nice engagement here, nice straight back. And my eyes are aiming towards the floor in front of me, not on the floor close to me, just to keep the alignment of the neck. I'm not looking at the wall though. We're going to pass the ball behind our back here. So we're going to bring the ball in front or your prop. Let's inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor in. Other side. Inhale. Press into those heels. Exhale, pelvic floor in. Good, let's come up. Okay, so depending on how that felt and how your shoulders hurt today, you can stay at that height with your hands. I'm going to bring them up. So as I'm further away from my center, it's going to be a little harder on all of the back muscles, including the glutes. So I really want you to press into your heels, pelvic floor in when you're exhaling. So let's inhale down. Good. Now let's exhale here, pelvic floor in, squeeze the glutes, press into your heel. Let's inhale. Exhale, bring the ball in front. So bring it above your head if that works for you today, or keep it lower. Inhale. Let's pass it behind. Exhale. If behind doesn't work, pass it in front. We're going to do 3 circles per direction. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor in. Inhale. Good, let's go the other way. Press into those heels, pelvic floor in as you're exhaling. Eyes are in front of you, not on the floor, not on the wall. Make sure you're pressing into those heels, pelvic floor in every time that you're exhaling. And inhale and stay here. Bring the ball in front. Exhale, stand tall. Good. Relax the shoulders. This time we're going to do a little roll down. So just holding the prop in your hands here, you're going to gently roll your chin down. We're going to get a little tiny stretch for our back. So just a little roll down and relax here for a second. Then engage your abs, roll up, shoulders behind, and standing tall. One more time, rolling down. Good. Relax for a second and engage those abs on each side of your belly button and a little bit below. Press towards the low back and roll up and shoulders back. All right, we're going to work a little bit more on the top part before we go to on our knees. So we're going to bring the ball on top of our head here. So if as you're bringing the ball up, your hips tend to go forward, keep it a little bit in front here. So just pay attention to those hips, and we're going to bring the ball up to where we can, focusing on the hips, making sure that I'm going forward. Then we'll go side to side. So relax your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, lift the ball up above your head. So you're just holding it and lifting it up gently, pelvic floor in, check your hips. Good. Now relax your shoulders, but keep your core nice and long. Let's inhale. Exhale, I want you to lengthen your core higher and little bent over. So my hips are not moving. Inhale to center. Exhale, pelvic floor in and go over to the other side. Inhale to center. Relax the shoulders. If that's too much for you, just take a little rest. I want you to lighten from under your arms and exhale over. Little bend. I'm lengthening one side. I'm not sinking into the other. I want you to lighten, reach over. If I was sinking, it would look like this. I'm not sinking. I'm lengthening it over. Center. One more per side. Lengthen. Exhale over. Center. Lengthen. Exhale. And center. Bring the prop down. Relax those shoulders. Okay, we're going to go on the floor on our knees. So depending on the type of floor you have, you can fold your yoga mat in half or in three, so you have a nice thickness for your knees. We're going to kneel with our knees in line with our hips. I'm going to go sideways just to show you for what we're doing with our whole body and the ball. So standing tall on your knees, toes can be curled under or extended depending on how your feet feel. So listen to your body, do what feels right here for your feet. I'm going to go on my toes, that's what feels comfortable. I'm going to stand up nice and tall on my knees. And we're going to inhale and we're going to lean back, lifting the prop in front, and exhale, squeeze the glutes, pelvic floor in, bring the ball down. Inhale, let's lean back just a little bit, just testing it. Exhale, up. So, depending on how that felt, we can try to go a little further. Inhale, exhale, up. So you'll feel a little stretch in the front here. This whole area is going to be working. Make sure when you're lifting that you're not trying to reach with the ball further. It's just something to hold. We're going to add a little pressure on your prop this time. So let's inhale, press on the ball, leaning back, and exhale up. Good, just a couple more. Inhale. This is our last one. Go to where you can, but listen to your body. Good. And relax. All right, so if you have a ball, we're going to put one knee on the ball. No ball, I'm going to show you the variation right away. So if you don't have a Pilates ball, you're going to have your hands underneath your shoulders. You can be on your fist here as well. And we're going to do opposite hand and leg, okay? So, and we're going to do one side for a few repetitions, and then the other side. If we're on the ball, we're gonna lift just the leg. So, okay. I'm gonna put the ball under my knee. Okay, and then my hands on the floor, and then we're gonna keep the other knee on the floor. For now, you're gonna put your hands down, and then you're gonna gently lift the other leg up behind you, and then bring it in. Okay, so if you have no ball, you're using the hand and the opposite leg. If you're on the ball, you're just doing the leg, it's plank. So we're gonna exhale as we lift the leg and inhale down, and we'll do 3 reps per side. So I'm gonna go put the ball under the other knee so you can see the leg that's lifting. Now that you know what the other one is doing. So on your hands, it's a little bit more stable than on your fist. If you have any issue with your fist, go on your elbows here. Make sure you're not curved though, so you have that nice straight line, and you can be on your elbow here, lifting the leg behind you. All right, so lots of core work here and stability in the hip area. Let's inhale, exhale, lift the knee up, extend the leg behind you. If you have no prop, use your hand, inhale down. Touch the toes, don't touch the knee if you can. Exhale, press it back. Lengthen that leg. Inhale down. Your eyes are on the floor just in front of you. Once you do a couple reps, it's not too bad. Exhale, press. Inhale down. We're going to do 2 more, so 5 per side. Exhale, press. Good. 1 more. Nice straight back. Exhale, press. And let's bring it down. Let's put the knee down and relax for a second and switch leg. So this whole area has worked pretty hard too, the leg that was on the ball, to keep this stable. So hands on the floor or on your elbows. If you have a little step stool, you can put your elbows on the step stool as well. So let's put the knee on the ball. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pelvic floor in, abs in, lift the knee, extend the leg. Inhale down, touch the toes to reset for balance, but try not to touch the knee. Watch that you're not curving. Exhale, extend the leg behind. One side is going to be easier than the other. Inhale. Hips are super stable, so you're not lifting that hip up as you're lifting the leg. You're just lengthening behind. I want you to press with the foot of the leg that extend. Whether it's pointed or flexed, do the one that works for you today. Let's exhale, extend. We're not going to focus on that today. And center. And relax. So I don't know if you noticed, every time you're lifting the leg, these engage a whole lot. All right. So we're going to go and put the ball between our knees. If you have this one, you do not need the props. So if you don't have a ball, forget it. It's just there for a little extra focus. So we're gonna relax our wrist for a second. Actually, let's relax the wrists longer. We're gonna do 5 more of our lean back. So shoulders in, hands in front. Sorry, it's also the 20 minutes, past 20 minutes. So if you only had 20 minutes to work out this morning, it's time to go. But if not, we have a few more before we actually go on our back, fully on the floor. So shoulders are in. Let's inhale, lean back, lift the ball, squeeze the ball, and exhale. Keep squeezing the ball, pelvic floor in, squeeze the glutes. Inhale. Exhale. So here, you're not sending your hips forward. You're leaning back, keeping that whole body nice and straight. As if you were leaning on a plank of wood there between your knees and the top of your head. It'd be nice if it was supporting us, eh? One more. All right. Now back to the ball between the knees or the prop off to the side. Hands are on the floor, toes are curled under. And here, we're just gonna lift both knees off the floor on the exhale and hold them off the floor about an inch or two. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift those knees up. So they're just off the floor about 2 inches. I'm gonna breathe here. Inhale, exhale, pelvic floor in. We're gonna hold it, but if your wrists are not happy, if you need a little break, just take it. We're gonna hold it for a few breaths. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, pelvic floor in. On the next one, if you have the ball between your knees, you're gonna squeeze it gently on the exhale and release it on the inhale. Squeeze a little bit on the exhale. Squeezing the glutes, pelvic floor in. One more breath. Good, let's bring everything down. All right, and relax those wrists. We're going fully on the floor, so you can open up your yoga mat. All right, and we're gonna go into, okay. So we're gonna go on our back. You're gonna put your shoulder blades in the little pocket and think about your core into that neutral position. If you have a ball or a yoga block, you're gonna place it between your knees here. If you don't have any, just leave it off to the side. Now here, we're gonna do a little press of the ball, just to hold it there and add a tiny squeeze. You're gonna have your hands to each side, and we're gonna inhale here, exhale. So you can count to 5 on each inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can keep counting into your head. I'm gonna keep cueing you on the exhale to think about that pelvic floor. And then keep a little pressure on the ball. Now here, you can slowly, on the next exhale, lift the head and the shoulders off the ground. Keeping your eyes on the ceiling. So I'm not doing a big crunch up here. I'm looking at the ceiling. So if you were to talk to the person next to you, your voice wouldn't have changed much. But if I look this way, then I'm restricting my vocal cords, so the voice changed. So that's a good indicator that you're pulling on your neck, or one of the indicators. So keep breathing here. If you need a little break, just lower your head. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Pelvic floor in. Good. Let's lower the head. Keep going with your arm. I'm going to extend the legs. I'm going to lower them down to where I can hold them. And inhale for 5. Exhale for 5, pelvic floor in. Keep going with your arms. Just make sure that this line of your back is not moving. So you're not curving your back to bring the legs lower. Good. So if that's working for you, you can keep your legs there and lift your head up. That is an option. You don't need to do it. You can add that little pressure of the ball between your knees. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5, pelvic floor in. Good, one more time. And lower everything, bring your knees in, and just grab your knees and little shift of your hips. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. All right, we're gonna go on our side. So here, I want you to, if you have the ball, you're gonna squeeze it behind your leg. No ball, just bend the knee, add a little extra resistance if you think. You can also hold, your water bottle behind here, A small, very light weight could be held behind the knee as well. So don't squeeze the weight, just hold it in place and make sure the wider part is sticking out a little bit here so that it gives a little extra support. Okay, so you can use different props. The block is really not very comfortable for this one though. So if you just have a yoga block or a can, the can would slide easily, so just skip holding behind your knee if you have those. If not, grab your prop behind your leg, and we're gonna go on our side here. You're gonna pick up your side. You can have a pillow under your head here. So pick up your side, you're not flopped on the floor, and you're gonna bring, your knees are at 45 degrees about. Well, yeah, they're at 90 here, but 45 degrees down. All right, lower leg is on the floor. We're gonna inhale to prepare. On the exhale, picking up your side, you're gonna lift the top leg up, but without moving the hip. So I can go further, but then I'm falling back. I don't want that to happen. The hip is not moving. Inhale down. Exhale up. Pelvic floor in. Inhale down. So it's like a modification on the clam. Exhale up. Inhale down. You're lifting the knee up towards the ceiling. Don't worry too much about the leg. So if your leg is lifting at the same time, it's okay. If your heel is dipping, it's okay. One more time. Okay, if you have any other prop, then the ball, just put it in front of you. If you have the ball, put it between your feet. Everybody extend their legs, and you have the distance of the ball between your feet. And we're gonna flex our feet, nice and tall, core, squeeze the glutes, engage those legs. Lift the bottom leg off the floor, lengthen them. 2 fingers on the floor or none, and I want you to do those little scissors. So if it's your feet are going like this, not more. We don't want a big space, just a little one. If you have the ball, you're rolling your feet on the ball without pressing down too much, and we don't want to lose it. So you're going toes to heel. You're gonna pick one leg to inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale forward. So you're not adding pressure on that ball, because if you squeeze it, it's probably gonna roll off. And if it rolled across your living room floor, just let it go. Focus on the leg movement. You can pick it up after. I wouldn't want you to miss out on those. Lots of core work here. You can have your hand on your hip or 2 fingers on the wall. Make sure you don't have the whole hand on the on the floor though. Good. And let's bring the knees up and grab the ball. Come on up. Okay. So we're gonna sit up, and you're gonna put the ball, or if you have the water bottle, underneath your knees here. So the ball underneath our knees, we're gonna go on our elbows. So just behind here. Now make sure you're not sinking in, pull up out of those elbows. You're not sticking your belly button or chest forward though. Back is in that neutral position. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the knees up, pelvic floor in. Inhale, touch, exhale, up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor in. Good. If that's working really well for you, let's go all the way down. Back into that neutral position. So we have a little bit more distance to cover with the leg. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower. Keeping that back in position. Touch the toes. Inhale. Now, we're exhaling as we're lowering the leg. The legs are heavy to bring back, but as we're lowering, our back wants to really lift. So I really want you to focus on your abs as you're lowering your legs, pelvic floor in, big focus here. If that's not working for you, go back on your elbows. Good. And let's grab the ball and let's go on the other side. Or our clam. So weight, water bottle or ball behind your knee. And we're gonna go on the floor. Pick up our side here, get comfortable. Knees are at 45-degree angle. And let's inhale, exhale up. Focus on the knee lifting and the hip staying in place. Inhale down. Focus also on your breathing. Exhale, pelvic floor in, knee lifting, hip in place. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. And exhale up. Inhale down. One more. Good. Let's grab the ball, or if you have any other props, just put it on the floor. If you have the ball, put it between your feet. Let's lengthen here. Lengthen your core, squeeze your glutes, lengthen your legs, flex your feet, and then little movement. Pick one leg to go forward. Inhale. Exhale as that leg goes back. So it's a slow movement going with your breathing. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Making sure you're not pushing into the top of your body here. So I can push down here and then my core's not working as much. You can lift up your side. So the least amount, the least weight possible on the floor, or the least amount of spaces where, or places where your body has weight on the floor. If this is really uncomfortable for your hip, skip it. You can have a couple layers of your yoga mat, but sometimes just that position for the hip does not work for some people. And we're not here very long, so you can just have a little break. Bend the knees and bring the ball up. Okay, so I've got one more exercise, well, one more position, and time is going by way too fast, but okay, so we'll get a few reps of these. If you have a ball, you're gonna put it on the little triangle between your hip bone and the pubic bone, but below your bladder. So I don't want any pressure on the bladder. If you don't have a ball, you're just gonna lie down on the floor here. And we're gonna open up the legs into a V. So I'll get on the ball after, but if you don't have a ball, you're gonna stay here, hands on underneath your forehead. And I'm gonna ask you to press the pubic bone into the floor as we're doing the frog exercise. So we're not just lifting here, I really pressed the pubic bone in the floor so like the bottom of your hips is going down as you're lifting the legs up. On the ball, we're gonna have a tendency to either lift or drop the back. So we don't want that to happen. So you're gonna be here, your head on your arms, and we don't want that to happen. No curve into your back. So you're gonna engage your core, and you're gonna bring your heels in towards each other in the middle. We're gonna inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the knees off the floor. They're not lifting much, just maybe an inch. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, and exhale up. Good, let's extend your legs, flex your feet. We're gonna do the same thing with our legs extended. So let's inhale to prepare. Same thing on the floor. If you don't have the ball, press the pubic bone in the floor, lift the legs off, inhale down, exhale up. They're not lifting very high. Upper body is nice and straight. Exhale up, inhale down. And last one. Good. Let's bring the legs in line with your hips. So you're going to stay on the ball if you're on the ball or on the floor. You're going to bring your hands in, your elbows in line with your body. So my elbows are right underneath my shoulders. Here, if you're on the ball, you're going to do a little teeter-totter. If you're on the floor, I want you to squeeze the glutes and the legs as well, but you're gonna lift to where you can without feeling the squeeze into your low back. So think about lengthening first. So think from your hips, lengthen your core, and then lift the elbows off the floor. Push up, push up, push up. So I'm able to go a little higher on the ball because my legs are going down. Inhale down. Exhale up. Lengthen first and then press up. Inhale down. So keep going. We're going to do a couple more. I'm just going to take the ball off to show you here. You're lengthening. Exhale up. So I'm just not going as far up. Inhale down. It's the same movement. Exhale up. Inhale down. One more. Exhale up. And inhale down. All right, let's put the hands right next to your chest and knees down, and let's press back up here. If you had the ball, just roll it off to the side and send your hips back towards the wall behind. Drop your head on the floor, a little stretch here. Breathe here. Let's take your right hand and put it on your left. Think about your hip. Send your right hip a little bit towards the right back corner of the space. Let's bring it back to center. Take your left hand, put it on your right hand. Send your left hip a little bit towards the back corner of your space. Good. Hand back to center. And all right, we're gonna just do a few little stretches here because it's already, we have 3 minutes left. So, like I said, time flies. So we're gonna put our feet in front of ourselves here, and you're gonna shift your hips. Just relax. Then let's open up the legs a little bit. A little stretch for the inner thighs. Good. Press towards the ceiling, engage, relax. Shift. And gentle press. Good. And release. Let's grab the back leg and bring it behind you. You're going to engage your abs. Hand is on the floor. And engage your abs and your glute to maintain your hip in place, and gentle pull just to get a little stretch into your quad. And release, relax. Let's re-engage, pull up. Make sure you're not sinking here. And gentle pull. And release. Let's go on the other side. Hand down, engaging your glutes, your abs. Gentle pull. And release. And again, gentle pull. And release. Good. We're going to put our legs in front here. So you have one leg crossed in front of the other and just lengthening out of your hips gently, walking forward. And here, just relax. You're going to drop your head gently towards the floor. Little stretch into your glute at first, and then relax in your upper back. Now let's come up and do the other side. So switch your legs up nice and tall, walking over, getting that stretch. And then relax your shoulders, relax your arms, your hands, and drop your head gently. And let's walk it back up. And relax your shoulders. Good. We're going to take our hands towards each side, lifting up a little bit behind, little rotation, sweeping gently forward and up and open. Good. Little opener here for the chest. Relax, lift your arms behind, sweeping gently forward and up, and a gentle opening. Good. Relax your shoulders. Perfect. Let's drop the chin towards the chest. Give me a little roll to one side, back to center, a little roll to the other side, and back to center and up. I hope you appreciated the push-up variation today. and have a great Friday and a great weekend. I'll see you Monday. All right, take care.